There are stupid drivers in Florida.
Because it's gotten so dang bad, dude. Like, it's gonna like fall. It feels so close.
This feels like
Yeah.
this feel like a past episode with Chris.
My bank account looks like that one verse, Jesus wept. So,
Oh, preach.
Unlike her bank account, mine has money in it.
nice.
I was
Are you
wrong.
buying a house?
No.
Oh, got him.
Ooh.
Oh.
Right there, is that good?
I hate Pixar. Well, now I hate Pixar.
Whoa.
Just Pixar now. I mean, the old Pixar was great. Oh, and also Disney sucks too now.
It's true. It does.
I can hold it in my hand.
Why does she get to be the cool one to hold it? Like,
Unlike most of you guys, I have a
Unless
bank account.
help her.
It's pretty nice.
What'd
Dude,
you say?
I'm like regretting the student podcast now.
What's up, guys? We all love Jesus.
can we-
I know we want to be serious, but this is going to be just a roast session.
Can we
like,
kick Tabitha
realistically.
out, please? Welcome to episode 10 of the pod. This is student edition. So, real quick, everybody, please say your name and one interesting thing about you. Starting over here.
AJ Ruiz, and I have a pet bearded dragon,
Awesome. What's its name?
Bowser.
Bowser. Nice.
You can obviously tell where the name comes from.
Yeah. All right. In the back.
Okay, I'm Aaron Ruiz. I am this guy's younger brother, and an interesting fact about me, I have been coming to this church for the last 10 years.
Awesome.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm Evan Stanton. Interesting fact about me. Which one did I use? I cut my finger on a French fry.
Say what
Oh,
now?
that's
What?
You cut your finger with a
I
French
cut my
fry?
finger on a French fry.
That was
Yeah,
a
it
fun
was
story.
Was I there for that?
Yeah, I think you were there for that. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
cut
a
your
fun
finger
story.
with a French fry.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I cut my
eat
finger
French
on a
fries.
French fry. Like
Did you just put metal on it or something?
No,
I most
it was
likely
a French
cooked that
fry.
French fry, so it's my bad, guys.
Paper cut.
All
With
right.
the French fry.
Evan, and you cut your finger on a French fry. Awesome. And you are.
My name's Tabitha Hick, and
Interesting fact.
I run track and field. There you go.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Well, welcome to the pod, guys. You know me, Hudson, and this is Maddie. Chris and Randy are not here. Can we please take a moment of silence for their loss? All right, that's good. They are not dead, just an FYI. They're just sitting over there. Today's episode, we are going to be going over the topic of loneliness. So, what are some experiences that you guys have had with loneliness in your lives? Don't all go at once.
You guys were so chatty right before this. What
See,
happened?
but like, I don't want to take over, so it's like.
Well, as of right now, nobody else is going, so
Oh gosh.
you have my permission to go.
That's seriously what
so
happens
wait,
every
what
time.
was the question?
I got it.
Buckle up, people.
I got it. I got
So,
it. I got an answer.
The question you can go. The
What- you were
question
gonna say the
was
question.
just what have been your experiences with loneliness overall, good or bad?
Oh, overall.
Well, like whatever you like to say.
Well, I was going to say loneliness can be good at some points, and it can also be really bad depending on how long you stay in loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
So, overall, bad because you can be lonely and you feel like no one has you.
So you've experienced kind of both sides, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
To pitch in what he says, depending on how long you stay in there, is depending. You could be lonely, but in a good mindset. But it's how you like take it from there. It's like what thoughts you allow to come in and how you take the next step. Basically, is depending on how bad it can really get.
All right, good. Either of you got anything?
Okay, I have one. I have been lonely. Like, I live in a house with a ton of pets. Like, I live with this guy. He has roommates. Okay, yeah. There has been times where I felt lonely in my house. Like sometimes, like I'm around people a ton, but I still feel lonely. Like just because it doesn't mean like to be lonely doesn't mean you're alone. Like to be lonely, like you could be sad when you're alone. Like you can become lonely when you're sad. Like
Yeah.
with any of those emotions.
Yeah, you can be physically surrounded by people, but still like mentally you're isolated.
Yeah, I've had experiences of loneliness.
Mhm.
It's just sometimes hard to connect with a lot of people,
Absolutely.
if you know what I mean.
Yep, definitely.
It's
I
like
mean, I've learned one time you can be with in places in cities. A lot of people tend to feel lonely, but in like smaller towns, they're more happy.
Yep.
Not feeling that lonely.
Did you guys know that there are 3 types of loneliness?
Heck no.
I'll, I'll go over them. So we have a social loneliness, which is a lack of social connections and networking. An emotional loneliness, which is an absence of meaningful intentional relationships.
There you go.
And existential, which is fundamental disconnection or lack of meaning in life. So out of those 3, social, emotional, and existential, what do you think you felt the most in your own life, and how did it affect you?
I feel like I feel all 3, but existential was definitely a big part of a portion of my life where I had a lot of problems that I was dealing with, and I probably didn't take them the right steps that I should have taken them. Did things, but overall, the existential was like a big one.
All right. What else?
I would say emotional. Like I don't really. Not a lot of people get me, so that's what makes me lonely. Like no one gets like what happens with me, like all that.
All right.
Yeah, well, I think number A, right? I just feel like I just feel like I kind of lack good social skills, and I guess that's kind of what affects my loneliness.
Okay. So the social loneliness. I get that.
I'd say emotional because I have friends and I have people that I make jokes with, but I never got to like connect it with them like emotionally and like share feelings. And you can feel alone in what you're going through in life because you have nobody. And it's like, okay, what do? I have all these things on my plate and then no one cares. I have people, but I'm alone with my battles in my head and stuff like that.
Yeah. Maddie, what about you?
I'm sorry. All 3 of them, oddly enough. And the existential one for sure hit hard back when I didn't have a good relationship with God. And that's gone away. The social loneliness, that had a lot to do with the growing up with social media, always scrolling, always comparing. And I guess that connects with the emotional of not having those good friendly relationships like with you guys, any of my other friends in church. Yeah, all of them in one little sad bubble. Not so happy. What about you?
I've also felt all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Social, when I was coming up, just like in school, because I was public schooled and then homeschooled. But in public schooling, I didn't have a lot of like the good friends. They were more like they were a very toxic crowd, but I didn't have anybody, so I just decided to go with them. So I didn't have the best connections, and then definitely emotional because like during middle school, high school, coming to church, I still didn't feel like I had that personal, intimate relationship with friends. It's just like I was only there to have fun with them, not to like talk out my problems or talk about God with them. And then existential for probably the first maybe 13 years of my life, I was thinking like I don't have a purpose in this world and I have no idea why I'm here. So I felt all of those, definitely. Now, I have a statistic for you. I want you to think how this makes you guys feel. Did you know that over 80% of people under the age of 18 feel lonely? That number, is that surprising to you or like
Yes and no.
No.
yes and no?
I
How is it
mean,
yes?
no.
How is it yes and no?
It's yes because it's like based off what we're growing up around with now with technology and constantly comparing ourselves to others and everyone really not caring. And then no, it's well it's like but there's so many ways that we can avoid that if we actually took the step to take care of ourselves and with our relationships with people and God and putting priorities first.
Absolutely. And then you guys all said no, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I mean, mean, it's not surprising since I've learned a lot of teenagers, have loneliness.
So just like the people that you have around your age who feel lonely matches up with the statistic. All right.
Why I said no is because like most kids under 18 usually are on social media and can't speak. This I can't speak. Someone help me, please.
Distancing.
Distancing themselves.
Distancing.
Distancing. Yeah.
I have no clue how to say words anymore.
Distancing.
I can't say it either.
You are speaking
Distancing.
Portuguese. Speak English.
Aaron, are you
English,
thinking
yes.
distancing?
Yes, please help me.
Distancing.
God help me.
Sorry.
Okay, we got a pig. Yeah, whatever that word was. Yeah, people do that a lot. Like they are distancing themselves from other people. Like I see that with a lot of people. Like whenever I go places, when I see a ton of teenagers, like they're always like this, like on their phones, scrolling. Like it's with Xena Aloysius too. Like whenever I text them, like it takes a while for them to respond sometimes. Like I just see that a lot.
All right.
I would say a lot of self-centeredness. People got big egos and they're only caring for themselves. And if no one's caring for anybody around them, then everyone's going to feel lonely, even if they have people. So no one's really giving out. No one has respect for each other.
Then here's another statistic as well. Kids with special needs are 7 times more likely to feel lonely on average than kids without these needs. I found that interesting because I've just never really thought of that, because the populace does not have, they're not special needs exactly. But when you think about kids who have autism, who have disabilities, that there's another level of loneliness for all of them that we cannot even comprehend. You got something, Aaron?
Yeah, technically me and AJ both have needs. Like I'm dyslexic, he's
And I'm
autistic.
autistic.
So how has your experiences with those, how has that impacted your ability to connect or just overall feeling lonely?
Yeah, so me having autism, I've gotten through it, a lot of it, but I felt like it's kind of affected, my speaking ability or my social abilities, because that's kind of what a lot of autistic kids go through.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, with me, since I'm dyslexic, I couldn't read, so I felt like people would mock me for it. I couldn't read the simplest words. When I first started speaking, I couldn't read. I didn't have that gift of speaking well, reading well, speaking well, knowing the meaning of some words.
Yeah, I think it's also very good for us to kind of get that inside view of what you guys have, what your life has been like, because I don't think any of us are on the spectrum or anything. So getting that view is, I think, really awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. Now, what are some things in your lives that have caused loneliness in your life? You've said kind of your autism. Would you say that as one of the primary things?
Not primary, really.
Okay. What would you say is one of the primary things that have caused loneliness in your life then?
Well, I can't. It's just a lot of people have. A lot of people really don't have my interests.
Okay.
It's just a lot of people have. Everybody has different interests, and not everyone has the same interests, and that's kind of what gets in the way. This person may love God, but this person may not love God. You might like this show. He might not like this show.
Yeah, so being able to find somebody who has those common interests. All right. What about the rest of you? Some things that have caused loneliness in your life?
I feel like I've always kind of shoved my feelings and my problems just deep down so others don't have to worry, because I feel like a lot of us also mask a lot of things, so it's I don't let others see my problems, and so it's they'll ask if I'm okay. I'm yeah, I'm fine, but I've never really had someone that I could go to where I felt like I could share and be open with. I didn't have my person per se, or I didn't have actual people I would consider like really good friends that I trusted them. So it's like that kind of pushed me away from people and kind of kept me from interacting with people outside of like functions and everything like that.
So you didn't have that person that you could go to, so you would push everything down, and you didn't want to kind of let everybody in on that because you think you'd be a burden to them, kind of?
Per se. And like I also didn't feel like anyone cared. Like everyone would always choose someone else, and I would kind of just be there, and I would be alone. And it's like, of course, it's like I had friends, but I, like you said earlier, I still felt alone and not cared for.
Yeah. All right.
I have to say I couldn't find any friends that were my age. Like it's just hard to find those kinds of friends, like the same interests, the same age, like you can hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
Like so far I've only had 2 friends like that. And besides AJ.
I get that too. It's kind of difficult, especially right now in my life, to find people my age that I'm really friends with. I mean, like I'm friends with Maddie, Randy, Chris, but
Me.
and you, yeah.
And me.
But they're all a little older. You know, we don't have the same like kind of interests like that. All of my friends that are my age are all across the country, and I'll see them again in August with college. But I definitely get that as well. Evan, did you have something?
I would say being an introvert, it was really hard for me, especially when I was younger, because I had nobody like for 13-ish years, and it made me kind of mad. It made me feel like nobody knew who I was, and it took one person saying something to me, and then we became friends, and from him I got more friends, but I feel like no one knew who I was, and I feel like everyone who came up to me and said hi was just doing it because they felt bad for me, so I felt like no one wanted to be my friend, and I just felt lonely in that.
So how did you guys kind of overcome that, or do you feel like you've overcome that?
I prayed to God, asked, to make life better, and it has gotten better for me.
Awesome.
I got answer for the previous question.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of felt hideous because when I was like 7, I had a crossbite and underbite. So like my jaw was in front of my front teeth, and my jaw was curving. So like I had to go to an orthodontist for years.
Okay.
I had a bowl cut.
So Randy just said he had a bowl cut, and in the most respectful way possible. I feel like he kind of deserved whatever negative thing came to you with that. That's a joke. Let's clarify.
I bet.
Oh, and
I bet Chris had
another
something
thing,
about that.
I used my autism as an advantage. So you see, I'm more focused than a lot of other people.
So you use
So I just see my autism as more as an advantage.
where
instead of a
people
disadvantage.
see autism as a disability, you see it as an advantage. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. What was your question?
That was about to
Dude,
ask this.
honestly, I forgot. I don't even
It was-
know.
How
How
have
did
you-
you overcome feeling lonely? Like, since you all have dealt with it, or something has caused it, what have you done to move past it?
I had really gotten to a point where it's like I couldn't really depend on people for support. So it's like I really started to work on my relationship with God. And after CIY last year, and that's like I really felt like I was loved, and that doesn't matter who I was surrounding myself. Well, yes, who I had with me, it didn't matter. It's like He is there with me. And so it's like once I built a better relationship with Him and focused on Him, I felt better about myself, and everything kind of went back, not back into line, but was a lot more smooth per se. And so it's like really focusing on Him basically.
Amen. That's what I did. It's helped significantly.
Because once I built that relationship with Him, there were people brought into my life that were of godly people and that actually make me feel good about myself and not like draining.
What about in the back?
What was the question again?
I'm not repeating myself.
It's
You
all-
got 2 ears.
Oh, and
They're not working.
It was. Have you? Like, what are some ways that you've overcome your loneliness? And have you?
I get to like breaking points in my life. Like, how do I overcome it? I'll feel very loved and stuff, but then it progressively gets like I feel less loved, and I get to like a breaking point in my life. It's like, God, why am I this way? And then he'll show me why I am this way, and then he'll help me through that, and like everything will make sense, and then it just kind of repeats the cycle. So mainly like God is like showing me where I need to be, and he's putting me through trials and stuff like that whenever I feel lonely. And I've learned that loneliness can be a good thing, because you should be able to go away and reconcile with your thoughts, but also you need to be with people, and they need to keep you accountable as well.
But sometimes also it's better to be alone than to be surrounded by the wrong people.
It's true.
Now, kind of going off of this previous question, how have these experiences with loneliness and also overcoming it strengthened your dependency on the Bible and others?
I feel like we, especially after overcoming, I tend to, instead of kind of isolating myself and just like doom scrolling and listening to the wrong kind of music, putting me back in that mindset, I go to people who I can account for and that they can help me in a better way than I can help myself, along with going to the Word for help and scripture, basically. So,
Do you feel like it's become muscle memory in a sense, turning to God and praying whenever you feel lonely?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, with that, I always go back and pray, but I'm more of a, how I don't feel lonely is serving in like missions and stuff like that, because that will make me super fulfilled and I won't feel lonely. And it feels like God's got me throughout this whole thing, because I can't do it on my own. So just relying on him and like being in that mindset of serving and just knowing God's got me, even if no one else is around for that, and helping me out, because I got God throughout the whole thing.
Awesome. Maddie, what about you?
What was the question?
You have the paper.
Well, where are we?
How have your experiences with loneliness and also overcoming it strengthened your dependency on the Bible and others?
I have turned to making prayer my muscle memory. So anytime I'm feeling very isolated, like this morning, my husband's out of town right now because he travels for work. He's a musician, playing rock and roll, all that fun stuff. And I woke up feeling pretty lonely because I'm used to waking up with him and drinking our coffee and all of that. And instead of getting sad, I went, "Hey, Lord, what's up? I'm feeling pretty down," and just talked to him about it. So that's really helped me depends more so on my prayer life and strengthening that. The turning to others, I still have issues, I guess, with that, purely because I don't have a lot of really good friends that depend on the Lord. So I still have a lot of those friends that are very stuck in the secular world, where I'm trying to be that light and help them through things, but it's difficult because it's draining.
especially when
Yeah.
it's like they don't really take in your input and take in your light.
Yes.
And they're just like bringing their they're bringing their sorrow down with you. You can only do
Yeah.
so much.
It's like talking to a wall sometimes, but we're also called to still love them, still help them the best we can, and always be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to get into kind of some biblical combating of loneliness. But before we do, we're going to go into our next little segment, which is Maddie's Mad Rants. So if we want to throw up the little thingy that we put on.
I don't know. What are we ranting about today?
We'll
What am
see.
I ranting about?
I don't know.
Up to you.
It's a topic.
Okay.
Audience,
It is a topic of Maddie's choosing.
any requests?
Yo,
Well,
Maddie,
yeah,
I
let's have a
have a
request. I'll
great
try to
idea.
pull
Here,
something
here,
out of
I have
air.
a
What you
great
Rant
got?
about here's a good one. Rant about SeaWorld.
SeaWorld? Whoa, I might get canceled. I don't know if I could do that.
Nobody from SeaWorld's watching this.
I know, but okay.
Everybody from SeaWorld's watching this.
SeaWorld,
right?
so yeah, they put like fish in tanks and whatnot, and you can't really go and like do stuff, right?
Okay. You're one of these kinds of people.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah. So
you have fish at home in
so-
tanks?
all right. So do you think that
Dude,
he's like a dirty rotten sinner because of that?
He has fish at tank it.
I have fish and they
I
live in
don't-
a pineapple under the sea in my home.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
He has like
But-
2 or 3 small fishies and 1 big fish.
So you think
I
that's
got a
like
big sucker
imprisonment?
fish. It's like this
I think
big.
it depends.
Like, okay, because
So all of you have had
Chris, you're not in
fish.
this.
Okay, so when I had a fish, I called him Moses because I thought that was the coolest name, and he died on me within a week. And I think that traumatized me enough to say, nah, these things cannot be in glass or whatever.
it depends on
container.
how you take care
Moses.
of it.
Apparently, that I didn't know God then. I was just like, that's a cool name. Let's.
Well,
Okay.
it depends on how you take care of them because it's like he's had his fish for like
Well,
such a long
Like
time.
3 to 4 years.
And then like
Dude, no.
but like with zoos and like aquariums like SeaWorld, it depends on the animal and how they actually are treating them because it's like if they're endangered and they're going to die in the wild, then it's like you want to keep that species alive and if that's it, if you actually are taking care of them like you're supposed to.
Do you think it's morally wrong to imprison those animals?
What about the whales? The poor whales.
Oh yes, yeah.
Have you seen
fish
how
are-
I am
small their
on that.
containers are
Just
compared
fish
to
are
their
one
size?
thing. Just fish are one thing. Orcas are the other.
The hard thing is like we have dominion over all the animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's where it's that weird. Yeah, like you can do that, but is it really morally right to
Okay.
have a fish and just kind of stare at it and be like, "Wow, you're cool," and walk away? Well, it's probably sad and has feelings. Like,
Because it might be isolated. Because just as they'll get isolated in that little box,
and they
it's-
get lonely. They get lonely, dude. It all
They're
ties
animals.
together.
They're animals.